How's it going, everybody? Mark Lozano here, Christ Center Capital. Making a video right now, kind of explaining where Christ Center Capital is at and what all the posts and videos that we've recently released kind of means for the direction of C3. So, if you're watching this, you probably know that Christ Center Capital has denounced the stock market. We have come to the consensus that it is immoral in of itself. Doesn't matter what company or what vehicle or security you're investing in, the stock market in of itself is immoral. We came to that conclusion because of the understanding of speculation, of the understanding of the sin of reaping where you have not sown, and what the stock market has meant to the world at large, especially from a moral perspective, but even from a secular financial perspective. If you want to learn more about where our thinking has changed or what our thinking really is, you can go to the site, christcentercapital.com, read the post. You can check out some of the other videos on our YouTube channel, and I think they explain it pretty well. Could always be better, probably, more efficient and more comprehensive. But now the question is, what is Christ Center Capital going to do now? We originally started as a stock picker and obviously a Christian stock picker, so we were vetting companies. And now that we say the stock market in of itself is immoral, what is the direction Christ Center Capital is going to move in, or what are we going to do now? And the answer is really threefold. One, first and foremost, we are still a site and a channel dedicated to true Christian investing. Our site is going to posts, newsletters, everything that we do is still going to be dedicated to thinking about and analyzing what true Christian investing is in today's day and world, and how we can do it, and what we shouldn't do, and of course what we should do. We're still going to be producing our newsletter every Wednesday. That's completely free. You can go sign. Everything we do at Christ Center Capital is completely free. But and thank you so much for our generous financial pledges and monthly givers. Those, I mean, we wouldn't be able to do it if it wasn't for you guys. So we're still doing the newsletter. Some people say, like, why are you doing a financial newsletter that's predominantly about the stock market if you have denounced the stock market and are no longer doing stock picks? Well, the answer is pretty simple, is that the stock market is still in some way indicative, or that's not the right word, is still in some way telling of what's going on in the world, right? So even though we may not be engaging directly in the stock market, we should still know what's going on in the world around us from a financial perspective, or at least be aware of it, right? So we're still going to do the newsletter. We're still doing posts that are dedicated to Christian investing, probably going to be less picking, more philosophical, but still some, evaluating some alternatives and everything in there. The second thing is we really want to develop a community of Christian entrepreneurs, because we think the best way for a Christian to invest, besides, both from a financial and spiritual perspective, combined into one, the best way for a Christian to invest is, of course, have a family, but also start a business, work, labor. And sometimes to start a business, it's really hard. It takes multiple people. It is extremely risky and, causes gray hair and all that good stuff. But we should be laboring and gladly accepting that hard work. And what we want to do in this community is get people together who have those same goals in mind, who agree that, the modern day financial system is not a good, and they realize that true Christian labor is desperately needed. That means we need the Christian auto body shop owner. We need the Christian barber. We need the Christian website designer. We need the Christian bookkeeper. We need those people to be so embedded and infiltrated into society, because removing our faith from our work has been devastating to the moral fabric, putting it as bluntly as I can. So First two things, we're going to continue to make the content, make the posts, the videos, the newsletter, and it's going to be all geared towards true Christian investing. Secondly, we're going to try to start this community. It's kind of pie in the sky right now, but we are ambitious, and we are hopeful that we can pull something together. Me personally, I'm going to need a lot of help with that because I'm a numbers guy, and I am not a software developer or even someone who's really good at rallying a bunch of people around something. I'm good at analysis, but it's kind of where a lot of my talents end. The third thing that we're going to be doing is another pie in the sky idea or ambition is we're going to be attempting to write a comprehensive and efficient book that will be available to the masses. We're hopefully going to make it free if we get enough financial backing. And what we're going to do is this book will explain what true Christian investing is. It'll explain it in brief, but it'll also explain it comprehensively. And it's going to make the cases against the stock market and against certain things and for other things. And I'm excited about it. And it might be a long way off, but it's something that I'm hopeful for. And so that's kind of where Christ Center Capital is. Book, community, still producing content. It's just obviously not going to be stock picking. And it's going to be a lot more, I'll use the word philosophical, but it's also still going to be a lot of analysis on alternatives and how people can start businesses. And hopefully it is going to be helpful to those who consume the content. I think the newsletter probably still is the bread and butter of what we do, of just delivering financial market information from a Christian perspective, because it's really hard to come by financial information that is from a Christian or even conservative perspective. But yeah, that's where Christ Center Capital is at right now. I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who kind of stayed with us when we made this radical change of denouncing the stock market as a stock picker. But yeah, thank you so much for those people who stayed with us and are continuing to allow us to create content and to just have time in our days to think about these things and be able to communicate it. We're so appreciative. We hope and plan that everything that Christ Center Capital does, whether it's a community or a book, will be free or very close to free. We might not be able to make the community free because we're going to need to eliminate somehow the trolls and the people with bad intentions. Because, you won't pay $10 a month or something if you're just in there to cause havoc and chaos, right? But yeah, that's where we're at. Thank you so much for your continued support. Thanks for always listening to me ramble in these videos. And if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, you want to reach out to me or my team directly, you can always go to the website. The one email is always up there, support@christcentercapital.com. I'm the one who responds majority of the time. So please, if you're at all interested in contacting us, or you're wondering about our change of thought or mind, or if you're wondering where we're going to go or how you could help, that'd be great. Go ahead and reach out. We'd love to just have conversations with you. And can't stress enough, go to the site, sign up for the newsletter. That's really probably the best thing we're doing right now. But thank you, and God bless.